Little ketchup belch there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's now time for that wonderful game only one person loves. Name that ketchup. That's right, today's first and only contestant is Matt the Ketchup Lover.
What the different flavors are. Okay, let's see here. It seems like the Chinese were the first to do everything. They're probably one of the most ancient civilizations. And everything I read about, everything goes back to China. But you don't see them putting ketchup on Chinese food really anymore. So.
Can you describe it?
I know what it isn't. I'm still trying to figure out what it is. Yeah, but I've always wanted to do this. I always thought if I won the lotto, I'd fill my hot tub full of ketchup and have some beautiful girl dumping bags of potato chips over my head. It's either Spartan or that Home Harvest. I'd say it's that Home Harvest.
That was actually the Spartan. You were really close. Matt?
I'm ready. Distinctly different aroma. Well, it's those darn packages, you know. Why can't they make those little packages like the salad dressings, give you a little more ketchup? I expend more energy opening those things up, trying to squeeze a drop out of them, than it's worth. That's how I got food poisoning, because I started keeping the bottle in my glove compartment of my truck. Ugh! This tastes like shit. It's got to be that Home Harvest. I've been meaning to write them about that. It's like, give me some bigger packages, you know.
Oh my God. That's the Hunts, actually.
Hunts?
Yeah.
I thought surely I can tell Hunts. That would be an easy one for me. But, ugh. I wished I'd saved every empty ketchup bottle my whole life, because I figured I could have a pole barn full of empty ketchup bottles and I could climb up on top of a pile and just to take a picture, kind of like Ted Nugent laying on his pile of guitars. Well, at the time they produced ketchup lover size, which I thought they did it just for me. It was 26.5 ounces, and that ran for a few years, and then I was devastated when they discontinued it and went to the standard 24-ounce size. Is that Home Harvest? This one doesn't have any aroma. And every Saturday morning I used to put 10 strips of bacon in an electric frying pan and fry them up perfectly straight and flat. And then I'd get them out of the pan in my hand and I'd pour the thickest bead of ketchup that strip of bacon would hold. And just like a circus sword swallower, I'd do 10 of those things right in a row. But then I became vegetarian and I got out of the bacon thing, so I still felt the urge to do the lines, so I started doing them on my finger. And as I got out of see, this is how, if you don't have the new bottle to get all the drops out, you just take them upside down and you beat them against like the edge of a kitchen counter, you know. And it just puts it all right down in the bottom. And you let it set a minute, and it's there. It took me a few years to figure that out. That's definitely Heinz.
Which Heinz is it? Is that the mystery color Heinz or the normal Heinz?
I think it's the mystery color Heinz.
Why?
because it's just a slightly little bit different.
What's different about it? Can you assess what's different about it?
It just doesn't have the same twang as regular Heinz. When I got out of the bacon thing, it's like I had a period of years where I go in spurts, trying different things. And I was doing it's called doing lines of Heinz. And you do the thickest bead you can,
That's impressive.
And I do about 10 of those before I go to bed every night.
And your finger's totally clean. Your last one.
It's funny, my favorite Heinz, the gold standard by which all others are judged, has no aroma. I'm disappointed. I never really realized that. Is that regular Heinz?
Yep, that's it.
This is the most prized possession I own. My Aunt Sonia got this for me for Christmas 30 years ago, and it's never sprung a leak. Every time I move, 15 times, I deflate it and packed it ever so carefully, and it's just lasted me forever. One time I caught my little brother swimming with it out in the lake. I damn near killed him.
So what would you say was your least favorite? The Hunt?
The Hunts. And I used to consider Hunts number 2, but no way.
So you'd rather
There's
have
too many up-and-coming good ones. Hunts is going to get knocked out of the ketchup scene here. I don't do a bottle a day like I used to, but occasionally, once or twice a month, I'll slam a bottle a day. I'll take a bottle to work, and it'll be gone by the time I leave. But I can go 2 or 3 days without it, but then I got to have this fix. I mean, it just creeps up on me. It's like, man, I need my ketchup fix, I followed the stocks for over a year just for fun. I didn't have any money into it, but at the time I felt like I was keeping the company afloat. It's almost like one of those mud baths. They should do this at the spas. So every week we'd go shopping and buy 7 bottles of ketchup, so we'd have one in the cupboard for every day of the week. And I'd go through the biggest bottle of Heinz every day of the week for 20 years. Probably in my late 20s, I started backing off a little bit. I don't do a bottle every day anymore because I was afraid I was going to get cancer. I was going to consume so much ketchup. But lately, they just discovered that the concentration of red ripeness in Heinz ketchup, it's real high in lipocene. It's a natural antioxidant, and it prevents cancer. Well, one last thing I want to say to all you people out there in America is one thing I can't stand is people that have this bottle of ketchup in their fridge with about a ½ an inch in the bottom. It's about 6 months old, and I ask them if they have any ketchup, and you can't even hardly get it out of the bottom of the bottle. So please, at least have a backup bottle in the cupboard when you have company.